How can we as women promote ourselves at work? This is a really hard thing that most of us do not get taught to do. We are not encouraged to do as women. Most of the time, the people that are promoting themselves in the workplace are men because it's very socially acceptable and they're really good at it. I see my male colleagues do this all the time and it's no big thing. And then when I think about maybe putting myself out there or raising my hand at a meeting and saying, I know the answer to this, or I've actually published in this area, or I have an idea, I sometimes struggle to speak up. So here are some tips to promoting yourself in the workplace. Number one, you may think that other people know what you're doing, but I guarantee you they don't. Especially, you may think your boss may know what you're doing or what you're good at or what you've been successful in. That person may not have any clue. So it's really important that you continually promote yourself. So how I like to do this is doing email check-ins. A lot of times I just went years thinking that my boss knew that I gave this lecture or knew that I published this paper or knew that I had learned this new skill at this educational conference or something. He had no idea. He's busy. He's got a million things going and many different people answering to him. So now I started doing just weekly or bi-weekly check-ins where I would just say, hey, did you know that I'm doing this and this and this and I've done this? Just to plant the bug in his ear so he knows I am a content expert in that area. So number one, you have to really routinely update your supervisor or whoever is above you, whoever is in power. The second thing is don't be afraid to speak up. So in meetings, if you have content expertise and you know whatever the topic is being discussed, you have some information and you're sitting there waiting for somebody to call on you and they don't, it's probably because they're not going to call on you. So be courageous, be brave, and speak up in meetings. That's a really good way to promote yourself. And you can do this by saying, I actually published on this last year, or I'm involved in this national committee on this work, and I'd love to share some things that we are working on. These are simple ways to promote yourself by really emerging as a content expert and offering the people around you information and helpful information. The third way to promote yourself is networking at meetings and networking in circles. So when you go to a meeting, make it your goal to maybe promote yourself to 3 people. And how I like to do this is I will introduce myself to someone and just put a bug in their ear. Hi, I'm Sasha Shilcutt. I have a passion for X. I'm Sasha Shilcutt. I like to write on this. I'm Sasha Shilcutt. I like to speak on this. If you ever need a speaker, if you ever need a collaborator, here's my information. Simple. It takes 15 seconds and you've promoted yourself. I hope you like these tips. If you do, please subscribe to my channel and make sure that you share this with other women in your life. Go to becomebraveenough.com, sign up for my Friday newsletter.